Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On second and goal, Prescott, and it's caught. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A couple extra tight ends are in. Third and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Zeke Elliott able to find his way in for the yard out. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ballgame. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On first and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, the offense, they've really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That's complete to Troutman, right side. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First and 10 at their 29-yard line.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. 2nd and 10. Dalton once more. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. This will be Dalton again. The pass caught by Olave. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Thomas will come in motion right. 3rd and 2 for Dalton. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Slot man moves right. 4th down. Dalton wants to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Saints have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Lutz with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Final play of the half, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Dalton now to pass. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 43. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Now Dalton. He completes it to Olave. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dawg with his third touchdown pass of the game. And the Saints have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. What's good on the extra point? And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. One of the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and 10.
Prescott now from the 50. And this is caught. It's Brown. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. Final minute now of the third quarter. A first down throw for Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 16. From the red zone now, Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Dalton sets up play action. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he's got room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Olave holds it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. Play fake. Here's Dalton. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. That is called in by Michael Thomas. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Saints 41.
Shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Saints take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because they only picked up 3 yards. Let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now Prescott. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football back at their own 17. I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
Now Dalton. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Dalton. It's complete. Kamara. And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are in the field.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Dalton wants to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Big spot, Andy Dalton. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. I'm starting to wonder, Charlie, 5 interceptions. Is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. The clock management 101. I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Prescott to throw. And it's incomplete. He's still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to